Can you join the military if you've ever been in inpatient care before? That's a good question. Short answer. The more direct answer is I don't know. I do not know. Um, I always encourage people to try. I'm always very quick to encourage people to try. Um, there's 1,001 questions in regards to will this disqualify me? Will this get me in? Will this? The military, in a lot of ways, operates like an HR, especially in regards to MEPS or the recruiting process. It's like an HR. The HR program or department is not meant to protect you as a worker or as an employee. It's meant to protect the company, which means it's supposed to see afar off and say, these two are dating. Will this go badly? Will this go south? Will there be any issues as relate to the company getting sued? That's all HR cares about. It's like, all right, we all have an issue. You about to fight? All right, cool. This is Texas. All right, cool. They use guns down here. We need to see this far off. Both of y'all fire, bro. Get out and go fight outside somewhere because we're not getting sued because you fired a gun off in here because you was fighting and you shot somebody and then they sued the company because we didn't protect against that. HR is meant to protect against liability for the company. So in regards to the military, that's the job of MEPS, is to say, is this person a liability to the military? Are they mentally healthy? Can we send them into any environment and know that they're going to, at the bare minimum, do their job? Do we have to worry about active shooters? Do we have to worry about suicides? Do we have to worry about anything as a result of a mental health issue? Especially as it relates to, the numbers, because the Air Force is real quick. They'll send out manpower studies, and they'll send out the IG to do studies on people, study of sociology, and they'll go out there and just study stuff. And they say, these numbers are rising, these numbers are decreasing, they're not matching this, and there's no correlation and causation and statistics, and they study. So when it comes to letting people into the military, they have to look at the product they're getting, because in a lot of ways, before you get your name back in the military, you're just simply a number. You're on a control roster. You're a social security number. You're a recruit. You're a trainee, and before you can get value from the military, you must be valuable to the military. So they're going to try to train you, get your mind right. They're try to get your mind in basic training, get you to think a certain way. Tech school, train you to do a job, and then send you to operational to do that job. They want to see, is this person valuable to us before we pay them any benefits, before they pay them a check. I mean, you'll get paid throughout basic training at tech school, but before we give you a career, we need to see that you're valuable to us. So it's kind of like buying a car. No one wants to buy a car without the Carfax. Nobody wants to know this car has just a little bit of flood damage, just a little, but it runs. I'm like, send it back, man. Send it back. People in relationships, they want to know, how many bodies does my partner have? How many STDs? Any STDs? How many murders do they have? What's their criminal history? What's their credit history? Everyone wants to know these things about the partner that they're going in a relationship with or business with, because that's really what relationship is solving problems, which is business. So yeah, everyone has a history, and no one's claiming or expected to be perfect. But the military is just like an HR department. They want to know, what am I getting for my time and money? It costs about $500,000 to send someone through training. So obviously, it's harder to keep someone that is just they cost more than this other person. That's why I talk to older recruits, because older recruits are not typically pursued. You don't see recruiters setting up in well, they set up in colleges. You don't see them setting up in corporate departments. They're at high schools, they're at middle schools, they're at their colleges. They're trying to get the youthful, the young, who don't have a ton of injuries, who don't have all these life experiences that are traumatic in nature. They go after the young. They go after the young. There's great reason for that. So I'm not saying that you would get disqualified, because unless it's documented, how would someone know? How would someone know? I'm not saying hide anything. I'm not saying lie. I'm just saying, how would someone know unless it's documented? Take that as you will. So, always try. You never want to leave opportunity without at least trying. I heard a saying where you just work towards no. You work until you get a definite no. You try, you try, and try until someone says, "All right, this is the end of your trying. You're done. Get your stuff and depart immediately." No. And then once you get that, you can sleep at night. But for those of you who just kind of speculate and you just arrive at conjecture, and like, oh yeah, well, I infer that they don't want me in the military. Well, did you talk to a recruiter? No. Try. And then once you get told no, then you're done. So hope that helps. Hope that helps. Obviously, it's not a direct answer as it relates to I don't know because it doesn't answer the question. But it's the most truthful answer I have is I don't know. But there are other ways to think about your situation, especially as it relates to effort. So hope that helps.